Okay, we're listening.
She's recording. She's recording.
Cards, not credit.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, I think we got everybody here, but Jeremy, he's back there, but we don't worry about him, do we?
Yeah, we do.
All right, here we go. We certainly appreciate Becky and Jeremy letting us have me here again this year. And also Jody, Tricia, they arranged quite a bit of it in order to help them out also. And I've got a list here. I was thinking about something else this afternoon that it actually is, today, yesterday, the day before yesterday. But when Ann was in the hospital with open heart surgery, I stayed there with her every day she was in there, at night. And it was cold, it's like you've been in a refrigerator.
Yep.
And so Becky's and Jeremy's church, where Patty brought blankets into us, and what these blankets were, this was a patchwork made by hand by the church. And I asked her, I said, well, what is this for, Becky? She said, what it is, our church, the women gets together, puts the quilts together, piece by piece, and then distribute them to somebody that might need them in the hospital. We certainly appreciate that. We appreciate them and the church for thinking about somebody that's in that kind of condition. And Ann always felt that was one of the best gifts that she had ever had, because it was coming from the people's heart and not from them saying, here it is. And I'd like to tell you a little bit of a story about her. Somebody told me one time, she said, I told them, I said, for some reason I can't keep talking about her. Well, you've been married to her for 58 years. And this next year will be our 60th year. She didn't make it. I might not make it either.
She's here.
What the good Lord's going to call us home. And so her granddaddy and grandmama Moore have been married for 60 years. I hope that some of you can bring this forward. We're just the only thing to do, and you have to time will tell. And I'm not going to say that. If they told me, said, okay, say something good about her. Don't ever say anything bad. I got to thinking, I don't know anything bad about her. That was true. Yeah. And so one time she didn't drink. She never smoked a cigarette in her life. She never took a drop of whiskey or any kind of liquor. But me and a buddy of mine one time, when it was we first moved to Jacksonville, we first got married. Well, we had seen one couple's, him and his wife, we'd go to his place on Sunday and go to ours on the next Sunday. Well, I got to his house and he had a little gin. And so we decided we would mix and a little toddy. And it was good lemonade down. I mean, it was real good. And we handed it to her. She took it to her lips, and that's as far as it went. I will never, as long as we done it, offer to get, even think about getting that woman a little toddy. So I never seen her mad but one time, or twice. One time we gave her that toddy, but she never used the Lord's word, name
in vain.
Now, I don't know how her and I ever got together, because I was just like two peas in a pod separate.
Because God put you together, that's why.
But we lived together a long, long time. We raised a lot of children.
Yeah.
And her main thing in life was taking care of her children and also grandchildren and all that. That was part of her stuff. She quit work, everybody knows that. When Davy came along, that was the end of her working. But I found out the hard way, she just started working. I didn't find that out until after I lost her. But
It's making me cry.
you're talking about somebody that has a thing in life they've always wanted to do. Well, I never had anything that I wanted to do. And after I got out of school, I wanted to go in the Army, which I knew I couldn't because my brother left to die there in 1945-46, rheumatic fever. They told him at that time that he could live to maybe be 69 years old, 60 in his late 60s, because rheumatic fever went to his heart. And I knew if I ever went to service that my mama would kill her if something happened to me. Could have liked to have done on that one, but this is something I have never told my children or any of the rest of y'all. But Uncle Sam decided that he needed Big William in the Army in 1953. So me and my kin people, when they send you a thing, they say, "Greetings. This is from your friends and neighbors." I come back looking for them. I never could find them. But I stayed in there 2 years. I started to re-up. And then I got to thinking, what would happen to Mama if they was to go into another war and something happened to me? It'd be just like killing her. So I didn't do it. We had another one of this outfit. It's like a speech, but I'm good at that. I can do it. And so, take Zach. Zach had a dream that he wanted to be a therapist. The only thing I can think he'd be a therapist is therapist. I don't think I think about his bones. I don't know what he went in there for. He joined the Army. Put him in the National Guard, is that right? And so, in order to get his education, what he wanted, it's going to take him many years to accomplish this. You can't just do it overnight, I don't think. How many years do you think it'll take?
Not long now. I'm gonna do only 2
I'm
years
talking
now.
about the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be hard to do.
Say 10.
Yeah.
At least you didn't do like me. I was on to college in my senior year. I mean, with a VA, well, whatever it was. But I quit. And the reason I quit, I was 20-something years old, had a child, wife, and I figured, I'll be 30-something years old before I get that degree. And I couldn't see 7 years in front of me. But now I do. I was foolish. If you got an education the government's going to pay, you are foolish to give it up.
Exactly.
Well, that's so much for that. I had a book here. First off, we've got 2 children that's graduating this year. It's senior year. And one of them's Kirsten, the other one's Lindsay. Where are you at? What we want them to do?
They're both studying.
What?
They're both studying. They're in there studying.
Get in here! Well, what we want to do, as we call out Dave, we want you to stand up because we've got a lady that loves Facebook.
Oh, Lord.
It is talking.
This is going on there too, and we're going on 12 minutes here.
The Shiver family.
Huh?
Yes,
And,
yes, she does.
now, we understand that one of the best things I think I've heard in a long, long time. I was reading someone's Facebook the other day. I don't go into it very often. But it was something that I deeply appreciated to read. That
Sandra.
and Jerry, the good Lord, had seen in His way to turn their health back around. And this is something that everybody should think about, especially me. I'm an ancient age, I'm older than dirt. And we've got another one here that I would like to say something on if I got just a second. And, I told you I got a full-blooded Hewitt. Abigail. Where's Abigail?
Stand up, Abigail.
Abigail?
Let me get
Come
her.
up here. Abigail.
Sorry,
12
I'm
years
just
old
grabbing
tomorrow.
whoever's next to me.
Congratulations. I want to tell you a little story.
I just have to hang on to somebody.
Listen to it, okay? In Luke 2, Jesus and his family went to a feast at Bethlehem. And after the feast, his whole family would go. And so after the feast, they headed back to Nazareth. And they thought that Jesus was with his other kin people. You know how y'all are. Sometimes you go somewhere and say, oh, she's over there with them. Well, that was not what it was. But they went and turned around and went back to Bethlehem. You know where they found him? They found him in a temple. He was talking to some doctors, which is the same thing as we would call a priest.
Yeah.
He was asking them different things over and over. And then he was preaching to them at the same time. They could not believe a little fellow like that. Now, when I looked on down the little calendar the other day and see that she was 12 years old, something that I hadn't thought of in 70-something years. I was a little boy. I was about 7, maybe 8 years old. Well, we had preachers that we didn't have PA system, and the way they wanted to talk, you could hear from here halfway to town. And they would stomp their feet, and they would walk around the thing. But when he gave you a sermon, you remembered it. And I did not remember this sermon until after I looked at your thing. I hadn't even thought about it in all that many years. But here's what that he was a preacher. Every preacher has got a different layman way to put it. The way they read the Bible and the way they put it out to their congregation. And the way that I understood it from him. Now, it's been so long, I couldn't tell you word by word because I just remembered it days. That when you turn 12 years old, you have went away from childhood. And you're going into your second phase of your life. At 12 years old, you should know the difference between right and wrong. And so, this is the way I interpreted it. I'm sorry to bring you up on that subject. But I just wanted to tell you, I've never read taught scripture to nobody. Nobody. But I seen that in the thing. And I was talking to Jody about it. And Jody says, I haven't heard that. I said, well, I looked it up last night in the computer. It's in 4 places in the Bible. 4 places where you're 12 years old. And she says, she popped it in there while I was talking to her smart aleck. And she popped it in there and she says, it is in Luke 2. Luke 2 is where originally Mary And Joseph went to Jerusalem, and that's where Jesus was born. It starts at Luke 2 and it goes right on into his childhood, if you ever want to look it up. And, oh, what's your name?
This sounds like
Tom and David. What's it was? Destiny, that is you. Abigail, that is you. Diane, that is you. She's Abigail.
That's Abigail. Her name's Abigail.
I'm looking for it. Okay, Abigail. You birthday girl. So, happy birthday. I say it'd be 26.
Oh,
And here, let's see if that fits. I don't know if it is or not. Good God Almighty, that's okay. Yours, that's mine. Happy birthday, young lady.
happy birthday, sweetie.
Happy birthday,
Sing to her.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abigail. Happy birthday to you.
They said, well, we got all kind of them muffins. I said, well, we only get one is stick a candle in the middle of it.
Blow it out.
Thank you. Well, has anybody else got anything to say?
Well, I think you're awesome.
Huh?
I think you're awesome. You rock, Bill.
Well, I guess sometimes my memory is not worth a flip. I just about got.
I think you got a pretty good memory.
Well, I guess it's about now. As we call these out, I would like you to stand up where some people will know who you are.
I'll stop this now.
Well, apparently I used last year's format.
So,
So when I transferred it, it was changed. So the font is really, really tiny. So hold on. I'm making you a new one.
got brand new glasses. I got the other.
But I've got all the birthdays in this book also.
Oh, good idea.
Well, I want the one with the figures.
And Tricia said that you wanted to keep up with us. So all these right here, that tells you which child they belong to.
That's a good idea.
That's your daughters. And here's the picture you wanted.
Okay, shall I tell them why we got this picture?
Yes.
Okay. Me and Ed first got married. We got married in July 1956. And so, Labor Day, we decided, me and a friend we tried to get her drunk. But, me and his wife, and then we decided we would go down to Pahokee to watch her, to see her, see her sister down there. And so we took this on the other side of Daytona Beach.
Is that you and Ann?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, we've been there 3 months when this happened. 3 months. And that's okay. Now, here is one that I have decided to do. I want to turn it.
We'll send it to you on Facebook.
Oh,
Well, see,
Yeah,
I want you to see what
sure.
it says at the bottom.
She must have some Asian background.
He told me that
Here, turn it around, baby.
Mama always wanted to get to at least 60 years of being married.
Right.
So that's why he wanted this picture. So
that's right.
I added the 60 years of never-ending love
That's right.
Aw.
with her butterflies.
Oh, man, I like that. What if that's that kind of butterfly that y'all did me? I like to
I don't know.
demonstrate.
Don't turn that.
Okay, here's one here of her birthday. I want to show it to y'all in just a minute. But this is, I decided when she was real happy in this one. And also she was happy in this one. This was her birthday at Joey's house in Hawaii. And they had 2 birthdays there. They had Ann's birthday and AJ's birthday at the same time. And one other thing we changed, now if you look at this catalog, everybody in here is their birthday. I mean, we got a picture of everybody here.
That's
And,
neat.
we have to give all of this to
Everybody.
our gal here that
Everybody can
somebody's
pick.
got a sweet
Hold
body
that,
to
hold that picture up in front of you, Bill. I want to take a
Somebody's
picture
got
of
You want
it.
that one?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm gonna give you
I'm gonna
the
take a picture of it.
He'll give
Okay,
it
I
to you
want
to
to
get it
show you
close up in a
something
minute.
There's
before.
the one
Okay,
that you wanted for
all right.
your
On
birthday.
this one right here, on my birthday, she was real happy there. And this was taken at the, what do they call that place? Yeah, I got a lost patrol in Utah.
The Mormon
At the Mormon.
Tabernacle.
Went to the Mormon temple.
And, we'll let you see it a minute.
Kimber.
See, some of it need to go. And so, this, all right, this is the, here
Pictures of your mother.
is another one we put in.
Are you still videoing?
Just a minute, I gotta find a wife.
God, he's something else. He is.
Hey, what am I
going.
put in for?
He's amazing.
Which one?
Did you take out the
That was for Mother's Day.
Huh?
Okay, Mother's Day, this is what we did on Mother's Day right here.
Okay, wait a second.
And,
She's so beautiful. Look how beautiful she is.
now, here's the thing, oh my God, who is that?
The kissy.
That's a good one.
No, that's Ho.
That's Ho.
I couldn't resist not
I
using
know. I love
that.
to take a picture of her.
Oh
I
my.
figured you could give Granddaddy a kiss.
This is old daddy here walking down the road right here with one of the good old boys.
No. Hold on, Ho.
That's kind of what
I want to show you this.
That's where we went to the mountains in October.
Like this show. I like this. We took it in Hawaii.
I still want the front cover, and you still haven't turned it around.
We took that in Hawaii.
Okay, I got it. And
I know you
Joe's
have to
video.
go, y'all have to go.
No, I just want a
Would you
picture of
like
the
to look
front
at
of it.
it?
Oh,
Got it?
yeah. Here.
Now,
Somebody hold
back to
that.
these addresses. Back to the address. How do y'all want to do it? Leave it alone.
What's her name? Cora.
You want to leave them like they are, or you want to
You hold
change?
this for me.
And just drop her name off of it.
No.
Just leave it on.
Leave it.
Leave it, don't leave it
Leave her
on.
on.
Take a picture.
Everybody agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a family thing, and so I think it should be that. And it might sound silly. I talked to Cheryl one time, I said, do you think that I should keep this on for Bill and Ed and Bill on Facebook? She said, if it's all right with you, it's nobody's business but yours. That's about the size of what she said.
Okay, Jenny made this for you. And I don't know if I can get through without crying. When you open it, you'll see what it is. So be careful because something might fall out the front. Jenny made it.
Oh, I still got them two blankets there.
I'll turn it over.
Lord God.
This is her shirt that you got her in the Grand Canyon.
Aww.
And there's the picture in the helicopter.
Who made that for you?
Our daughter is.
That is awesome gift.
Oh, yes. This is when she was in the helicopter going
Yeah.
down. You know she went down to Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I know.
They asked her
I
if
want
she
to
was
go
ready to go.
everywhere.
Don't be afraid.
No gin was involved either.
This is crazy.
That's her skirt, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure, like
It's her
this.
shirt that he got her in the Grand Canyon.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's
Got a
a,
pillow back
You're
there?
welcome.
it's a t-shirt made into a pillow.
Now, if anybody wants change, I hope you do that next
Oh, you got more. You got to stay here.
Yeah, wait, I'm still talking.
My daughter did, yeah. She made Jody and I one also.
Isn't that far? mom. So we'll talk
Mine is
about
from Las Vegas, and Jody was one of the ones from Alaska. 43. She's at home in Tampa.
Also known as. Also known as.
Yeah, that's the name.
Watch out, let it, Jody for. It's okay, I'm just trying to get out Jeremy's extra play.
Oh, wait a minute, Bill, wait.
Oh, I like that.
Wait a minute. You know we love you, right?
I know that, but I want to keep my, I just got to share her with you.
You can share. Thank you for sharing this.
Thank you.
We've got another gift for you, Daddy.
I think she bonded with the Eddie family a long time ago. I was going to tell a little story on her journey if I would. You know, I told you that everybody has their,
This is going to be pretty.
what they wanted to do after they got out of school.
Right.
Becky, you know what hers was? Shall I tell them, Becky?
She wanted a lifeguard.
Becky wanted to marry Jerry.
Oh, well. Hey, we know. Because he was living with us, we know.
This old daddy, he's 14 feet. It wasn't because of that. It was because
That's just the book, the calendar's over here.
that had nothing to do with it.
Well, he had
That's
to
the
prove
book, because I
himself
had to put the
worthy.
dates in it.
If they went on the front porch, I turned the light on.
Well, you should have.
But,
Kids, I got the calendar.
What she said that she wanted to do, she would rather go to, one of y'all, these kids people, wanted to be a beautician.
Oh, yeah,
She
okay.
said that she wanted to do that instead of going to the University of Florida.
Right.
And so, I said, okay, but you've got to learn a trade first, because if something happens, I am 60-something years old, and I'll be too old, I might be dead and gone, because my family normally passes on before they get to 70. I've been lucky.
Yeah.
I had a good woman, is what it was. But, one of the degrees that she was doing, she finished a 2-year school in a little over a year. Yes, she was in a hurry to get married. But
Well, you ought to know how that
to
feels.
put all this together, I think we got a pretty good old boy here to say the truth.
Yeah, you
I like
did.
to run him off 2 or 3 times, didn't I? But we still got a good boy.
He's a good kid.
Oh, you did come out ahead. That's out my mind. Because you married full-blood Charlie.
You married the baby.
And you married my baby, that's the trouble. That was the biggest thing right there. Oh, well, I guess we've not come to the point. No, did everybody
Wait.
get a card?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did I didn't leave nothing, any of them, I didn't put nothing in. Well, I'm sure glad of it, because I'm not good.
We have one last thing for you, Daddy.
Okay.
Jeremy's put up probably 80 hours worth of work into these every night.
80 hours? Oh, that's okay, Jim, maybe you stay in the family.
That refund policy was up a long time ago.
I'll fix that question what it was.
Look what Granddaddy's got.
It's a wood burning. He actually,
Oh, my God, you got that about hand.
yeah. The first side is your sparrow for Mama.
Oh, my God. She would like to see this. It says, not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without knowing it. Hairs are numbered, you are gone. Within open heart surgery, she woke up and she was singing to herself this song. It's true. And so she told me about it, but she told me years later. What it was, we was at church one Sunday. I'll be back in here. We was at church one Sunday. Didn't tell this one, forget it. And at Home Foley Creek, and so Cheryl out, the preacher. She was the one with the preacher. It took me a long time to get used to a woman. But you know what she told me? She left. See, I was used to being teachers that I'll tell you that they would stomp their feet and everything else. I mean, them old time. I was born in a little small town in Dale, Florida.
Yeah, we
And
know.
this place in Hillview. But they asked me, said, okay, we're going to, for this time, we're going to sing any songs that anybody would like to hear. One of their favorite ones. Ed could not think about the name of that to save her life. She knew it was a spur, but she couldn't figure it out. And it finally went on, and we was on the way home, and then she told me the story of where that she was in open heart surgery, and she has sung it all the way through her open heart surgery to herself. Now she might have thought she did, but she said it was in her mind all the way through. And so when she passed away, this is why that on her song, one of her songs was that. And that was the reason for it. And then we, on the same thing, we done the same thing with her mother. They sung the same one there. Her mama died same day in the month as Ed, what the year was. And what she done, her mama come with her. That's her I'm sorry about that, but I just want to tell you
Something on the
about this song.
That's probably who was singing to her during the surgery.
Now this was mine. Boy, he got an eye. And
He
he buried your
burned it.
head or all.
It's all burned.
So I do see it. So don't be afraid. More valuable than a whole flock of sparrows. Oh, it goes all the way across.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't know
I had to
that.
space
All
it.
right.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Judy, I certainly think that.
Well, the
Got
other
another
side.
side too.
The other side.
Oh my Lord. I have to pass this around.
We're gonna take a picture of it. Don't worry, it'll be on
Read it,
Facebook.
That actually was a group effort. Jody
Jimmy,
found
I
the
certainly appreciate you.
Jody found the plaque that had this saying on it.
She found it.
She wanted it.
I wanted it.
Jody wanted it, and we had some ideas back and forth, and it kind of grew after about a month worth of debating back and forth. But,
It says, whisper I love you to a butterfly, and it will fly to heaven to deliver your message.
I wasn't figuring on talking like this, to tell you the truth. But next year is one of the few years in my life that I'll never forget, that I'm going to live it through. And I'm just sorry that she could not have made her dream of being to her save or going past her grandmother, granddad. What happened to her, I don't know if Jared knows it, but Sandra. And Daddy and Mama separated before she was born. And actually, the only daddy she knew was her granddaddy. And so, well, sorry to keep y'all so long.
we still got more.
The significance
I
to
had
the,
something on my mind, I had to, that's all.
the thing with the butterfly, I think several of you already know about it. I'm pretty sure Daddy doesn't. But I'm gonna make it through this. May need Jody's help.
Okay, I know what it is now.
I was at Mama's grave one day. And I just asked her to give me a sign that she was still here. And I had my eyes closed, and when I opened my eyes, there was a butterfly in front of my face. And several people have actually noticed, when we take family pictures, there's a butterfly flying over us.
I told you she's still here, daughter.
So that's what the butterfly is.
You told me about that, I forgot it.
But Jeremy made one for all of his brothers and sisters.
I appreciate that. Oh my goodness, Jeremy. Man, you did put a lot of work in. Oh, I was going to show this.
Yeah, I want to grab it, Jerry, so we can take a picture.
Joe had that too. Yeah, I'm sorry I kept y'all so late already, but
You're fine, Bill. You're fine,
I got too much of a speech fat, I'll be honest with you.
you did good. That's a lot.